Hello there, you're welcome to this code flow tutorial. Today we're going to talk about HTML links. Let's go. So when we're talking about HTML links, we all know what a link literally does. Okay, we're not actually gonna explain the link to you, right? Okay, let's just go through the straight and explain what a link means. A link is kind of like a set of text that leads you to like another web page. I mean, that's a simple one I can give it. You can click even on the link and jump to another document, but we all know that in the website browser, those colored stuffs are kind of links. Those colored blue texts are kind of links. Most of them used to be links. And now when they turn purple, sometimes they turn red, but still they are still links. They lead us to somewhere. So now the question is, how do we write HTML links? Like, how do we write links in HTML? Links are very important in HTML because sometimes you want to link two web pages together, or probably pages that are not related together. I want to link them into small bits, or maybe something that has related information. For example, if I'm writing an article about maybe rats, and then I kind of discovered this rat, this maybe something like a rat killer that can kill rats in my home, I can link that website that contains information about such kind of rat killers. I can link it to the article that I'm writing. Okay, I have something that can kill rats, and I can use that. I can do that by linking it with a link and HTML links. Now, the good thing about HTML links is that they are very, very easy to write. Okay, and yeah, we're just going to be exploring just one important attribute of those links. So right now, let's go. Now, in our Visual Studio Code, we're going to first create the comment. Okay, we want to learn about making links, making HTML links. Okay, and so how do we make a very good HTML link? For just so you know, HTML links are hyperlinks. Okay, they are called hyperlinks, and a link does not really actually have to be a text. Most of the links can even be an image or even any other HTML element. Please take note of that. We're going to learn how to use even links to send email to people. Use images as link. Okay, in the next few minutes, let's get that done. Now let's go. How do we write links in HTML? We use what we call the A syntax. This syntax. Okay, this is what we use. We use the A syntax, and it's been a very good thing to tell you that this is an inline element. So you should know that this is an inline element, and a perfect evidence of it's an inline element is if we have to scroll back up, I made use of it right here. You can see that everything went on a straight line. It did not create another paragraph like what a block element would do, literally. So making HTML links, let's actually give it a bit of a space. We are going to actually have to type our link text right in the middle. Okay, I want to write, "This is my website link. Please endeavor to check our website. Thank you." Now right here we use an attribute called href. Yeah, this guy, href, and don't forget to have this your equal sign and this your two double quotation mark. You can also use single quotations, but it's okay, just use double quotations. Okay. Now in this href, we are going to write in our links. We're going to put our link right in the middle of those, and you start with HTTPS and with a double colon and the two slashes, and I can write www.pyrochaos.blogspot. I'm sorry to use a blogspot.com, and I'm going to save this. And so this is a simple HTML link. Now you know what, actually this is going to be on a straight line with all those elements, but there's a way we can actually create a bit of a deviation. Let's create what we have, a line break. Let's create a line break so we know it can start from the next paragraph. So as you can see right here, this is the text area widget. Okay, but anyway, this is what we're talking about. This is my website link, and if you click on it, you can see right below here. website. Okay, you can see www.paracels.blogspot.com. So if I'm to click that, it's going to take us to paracels.blogspot.com, but because I have no internet on, yeah, we're just going to see this, but it's going to actually take us to a particular site. So in just, let me say 30 seconds, we've created our first HTML links, which is quite amazing. I mean, that's a lot of progress, trust me. Now, you know what, we've talked about these links, like you are literally seeing the link. Let's look at other aspects of all those links. Like, you know, I told you that an HTML link might not only be a text, it can be an image, or it can be something else entirely. Okay, so let's learn how to use image as a link. So how do you make image as a link? Let's use the BR tag to break it again. Sorry, or we can use the HR for horizontal rule, but anyway, let's just use the BR tag. We type in our this A as usual, and the attributes we're going to select, we're going to type in our href. Okay, now right in the middle of this href, we can type in where we want the stuff to take our website to. As you can see, right in the middle, we can type it right in there. Okay, and right here, we are going to actually insert our image. The image you want to use as what we are talking about, the image you want to use, okay, as a link. Now we're going to use the attribute src to designate the file, I mean the part where we placed the image. Okay, so I think I was using an image earlier, so we're going to go back to where okay, don't forget where you put the image. Users, desktop, sorry, I think I got some things wrong. Users, okay, users incoming, just a few minutes. Users, user, desktop, and if we scroll down to I think this part, you can see website project, images, and we have those car images. Okay, so we can actually save this, but before we save this, we might want to resize it a bit, because if I've thought about the width and the height, okay, the width and the height attributes, so we're going to use that to resize it. Okay, let's set the width. We're going to set the width to 48 px, and we're going to set the height. You know, when we use an attribute, okay, when we use, but before we set the width, sorry, oh, I forgot to set the style. I'm very sorry about that. Style, so right style, the style is an attribute, but not width is also an attribute. Okay, but this time around, I want to actually use a bit of a CSS style embedded in an HTML to style it instead of just using normal width. So I'm sorry about that. Please, let's just follow my steps. Okay, maybe we should just erase this, okay, to prevent any error. Okay, let's start afresh. So now style, and we have our equal symbol, and we have right in the middle, we can want to add our width, and the width you can add 42 pixels, and in the height, around the height part, this is the height, we can add our height. I think we want to add 42 px, and I think that's all. We have that ready. Yeah, for 2px, and we close the A symbol back. So right now, let's save this, and if we go back to our Google Chrome and we preview this, we are going to see the image right here. And if you click on the image, you can see a link displayed below. And if you click on the image, you can see that it takes us to www.pyrochelx.blogspot.com. So that gives us more emphasis on link. That link can be used even as an image, like image can be used as a link. So right now, let's try and use the next one. We can give you a link to an email address, okay? And we use the keyword mail to, okay? Mail to, as you can see on the computer screen, mail to. But before we do that, let's just give it a bit of space, and let's type in the link reference, okay? How do we use, we know that we're actually going to start with the A tag, and with the attributes href. Now with the href attributes, we can we're going to actually type in mail to, okay, with a colon in the middle, and we can write the name we want to write in the middle. I want to write Olafare Victor 279 at gmail.com. That's quite amazing. So that's the perfect way. And in the middle of the A tag, we can write send me an email. Send me an email. I don't know. I'm sorry, my English is pretty poor. Let's give it a line break so we can identify what we just did. So let's go to, and let's just reload this, and right here you can see send me an email. Okay, and if you kind of look at the link of send me an email, you will discover that the email is popping up behind it. We have Olafare Victor 279 at gmail.com. Olafare279 at gmail.com. So that's the email. Okay, now what other ways can we use link? Okay, I would have loved to use button as link, but the fact that if we use button as link, we're going to have to go a bit into JavaScript. But anyway, if you want to take up the stress and look into buttons as an aspect of link, then I recommend you go to W3 Schools. They have good examples on using buttons as links. Okay, and yeah, sometimes you might want to actually add a bit of some title to the link. Let's go to the rest of the attributes. I mean, the only attribute we've used so far is the href attribute. The href attribute. I believe we should use more attributes, okay, to give those things a bit more life. So why don't we do this? Okay, let's copy this, the br tag along with the a tag. Let's copy this, and we come down right here and in the middle, just paste it. So we have a simple href here. And what other thing can we add to it? Now we can add a title. Let's add a title to this just in case. The title will serve like it gives us extra information about the website before we click on it. Let's say, okay, my blogging website. So let's save this, and once we go back to Chrome and we want to preview this, this is my website, and once we scroll over it, we can see a bit of a tooltip in which it was written there, my blogging website. You can see my blogging website. This is very quite amazing. I love this. So that's actually a way of giving more information about your website. That's the link below, and that's the tooltip that shows you what that link actually means. Okay, so that's just that part. That's about title. We also have another one called target. So now the question is, how do we use target? But anyway, before we move to how we use target most of the time, okay, we have two types of links as usual. We have the relative and the absolute ones, and we know the fact that sometimes some links are kind of located in the same folder as the same web page, while sometimes some of them are located in external sites, and that's where we have to know that some of them are relative while some of them are absolute. Actually, I don't think we're actually meant to take much more examples on absolute or relative link, but an example of absolute link is this kind of link, okay, parochial.blogspot.com. But an example of relative link is when I'm kind of referencing maybe another page within my web pages. This is just one page, main.html, but if I were to create another web page entirely, well, maybe I want to link it together, that's where we can actually use this href link. Okay, you know what, okay, let's try and do something like that. Let me save this. Let's do it very fast. I'm going to go to my file. I want to create a new file, and I want to create a new HTML file. And the HTML file, I really want to press Ctrl A, copy this, and this place, just paste it. And let's save this and name it Intergalactic. Oh shit, what am I doing? It's funny, right? But anyway, Intergalactic. So that's the simple name we're going to give it. And I want to really reference Intergalactic. How do I do that? Okay, I want to reference it, okay? Now, Intergalactic is in the same folder as this main.html, which makes it more easier for you. So using the br tag, let's go to the HA reference, and let's close it. Yeah, we have to close it. And in the href, we can actually type in the name of the page. So we can use the slash, and with the slash we actually get this bit of this src guy, and we can go to desktop, and in the desktop, oh shit, I think I just clicked nonsense. Happens. Okay. No. Okay, yeah, that's it. No. Okay, yeah, we have a user, and let's go down a bit. We have a desktop. On the desktop, let's scroll down, and in the desktop we have a bit of the website project. And if you click on the HTML, you have the anti-galactic. You can click on that, and we've managed to attach a bit of our image. Okay, let's say let's name this the other website. Now, what can we do to make intergalactic a bit different? Okay, I think let's create an intergalactic in which there's no anything related to this guy. Yeah, just for to show you the difference. And once we save this and this guy too, let's save this guy. And once we go back to our Chrome and we will load the website page. Okay, I'm just gonna see the other website. Okay, and once you click on this, you can see the link below that links to the other HTML file. And once we click it, boom, we get the other anti-galactic HTML file. So that's the difference between absolute and relative link. Relative link is that the fact that they are both in the same HTML folder, while absolute proves that a different website entirely. Now we have to learn all the we call it what do we call it here? An attributes. It's called targets, and this is where everything gets tricky. Okay, I'm just gonna be using to tell you just the main two that I use. The rest depends on you. Like, it totally depends on you. Okay, depends on if you want to go to W3 schools and look up the rest of them. So we use the target attribute sometimes to specify where to open the linked document. And so let's say I'm using this as an example. That's why I copied and pasted it right here. So we're going to use the target. So write target. Okay, and we can either write target self. Target, we have 4 types actually. Target self means that it should open the document in the same window tab when it is clicked, and we can save this. And when we preview this, okay, oh sorry, this is intergalactic. We are in the main.html. When we preview the main.html, we can see this is my website link, and when we click it, okay, it's going to open it right in the same tab. Now, sometimes you do click website page and it opens in different tabs. Now, let's learn how to do that part. We write blank. So, when we save this and we go back to our Chrome and we reload this and we click on this in our website link, it leads us to another page entirely. This is quite amazing. And sometimes you might want to open the document in your parent frame. You want to open documents in your parent frame. So we can write parent to designate that aspect. And let's save this. Okay, let's see if we're gonna see much of a change anyway. We're gonna and once we click it, yeah, it's still gonna open in this part. That's just it. That's why I said most of them are not really that much use, because you won't really see much details about them. Now we have top. Now what do we use top for? Top is used to open documents in the full body of the window. So let's save this and let's go back to our Chrome. You're not gonna see much anyway, but it's worth trying. So this website link, let's click it, and that's not much. But okay, you want to find out more about those HTML links, please try and go to W3 Schools. They have great and intensive tutorials on you and getting you started with few examples, to rank up your expertise in terms of making HTML links. So that's all for now about HTML links. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.